So exercise 2.3, question number 1. So here we are given that which of the following relations are functions? Relations are given. You have to check whether the relations given satisfies the condition of our function. If it is function, then you have to determine the domain and the range. Clear? Total 3 relations are given. So for any relation to be a function, 2 conditions are there. 2 distinct order pair cannot have the sum first element. किसी भी दो ऑर्डर पेयर को फर्स्ट एलिमेंट इक्वल नहीं होने चाहिए. There is a basic requirement for any function. That is basic requirement for any relation to be a function. So first one, question number 1, first part. Here we are given relations 2 1, 5 1, 8 1, 11 1, 14 1 and 17 1. No two distinct order pair can have first same element. तो देखो यहाँ पर किसी भी ऑर्डर पेयर ले लो, किसी भी ऑर्डर पेयर का फर्स्ट एलिमेंट इक्वल है नहीं है, और हर एक एलिमेंट के लिए इमेज है ना. दो एलिमेंट को सेम इमेज हो सकती है, दैट इज अलाउड, बट एक एलिमेंट को दो इमेज नहीं होनी चाहिए. तो हियर ऑल द एलिमेंट्स कैन हैव द इमेज एंड ऑल ऑर्डर पेयर हैव द डिस्टिंक्ट फर्स्ट एलिमेंट. So this satisfies the all the conditions of our function. So here we can say that yes, it is function. It is the function. If it is function, then you have to define its domain and range. So domain. So what is the domain of this function? Set of all the first element of the order pair. Set of all the first element of the order pair 2 5 8 11 14 17. 2 5 8 11 14 17. This is the domain of our function. Range. What is range? Set of all these value of f of x. That means set of all the values of second element of order pair. 1 is there, so 1 is the range of this given function. Clear? Now second one. Here the order pair are 2 1, 4 2, 6 3, 8 4, 10 5, 12 6, 14 7. Condition: no two distinct order pair can have same first element. That means किसी भी ऑर्डर पेयर का फर्स्ट एलिमेंट इक्वल नहीं होना चाहिए. हर एक ऑर्डर पेयर में फर्स्ट एलिमेंट है ना डिफरेंट होना चाहिए. देखो कहीं पर भी फर्स्ट एलिमेंट इक्वल है 2 4 6 8 10 12 14 नहीं है. डन. बस तो हमारी कंडीशन फुलफिल हो गई. एक ही स्टेटमेंट में दोनों कंडीशन फुलफिल, एंड दैट्स व्हाई इट इज फंक्शन. इट इज फंक्शन. If it is function, then define its domain. Domain is the set of all the first element of the order pair. It's a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Clear? Now range. Range is set of second element. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is our range. Third relation. Order pairs are 1 3, 1 5, 2 5. 1 3, 1 5, 2 5. Condition is no two distinct order pair can have same first element. दो ऑर्डर पेयर, किसी भी दो ऑर्डर पेयर में फर्स्ट एलिमेंट इक्वल नहीं होना चाहिए. देखो ये दो ऑर्डर पेयर और दोनों ऑर्डर पेयर में फर्स्ट एलिमेंट इक्वल है. क्या मतलब हुआ? दैट मीन्स वन हैज वन इमेज 3 इन सेट बी एंड वन हैज इमेज 5 इन सेट बी. एक ही एलिमेंट की हमें दो इमेज मिल रही है ना. फंक्शन एक ही वैल्यू पर एक ही वैल्यू ऑफ एक्स पर हमें दो आउटपुट दे रहा है ना। 1 डाल रहे हैं तो भी 3 आ रहा है, 1 डाल रहे हैं तो 5 आ रहा है। सो एक ही एलिमेंट की हमें दो इमेज मिल रही है। दैट मीन्स दिस इज नॉट द फंक्शन, दिस इज नॉट क्वालिफाइड, दिस रिलेशन इज नॉट क्वालिफाइड फॉर आवर फंक्शन, सो दिस इज नॉट द फंक्शन। अगर ये रिलेशन फंक्शन ही नहीं है तो इसकी हम डोमेन और रेंज नहीं निकालेंगे। So that is your question number 1. Now question number 2. So this is important one. Find the domain and range of the following real function. Find the domain and range of following functions. First, real functions are there. So first real function is f of x equal to minus mod x. This is modulation function. Minus mod is there. You have to find the domain and range of this modulation function. Clear? So here modulation function. So modulation function will give the output for all the value of this x. No. Modulation function is defined for all the value of x. So you can give the input x as any real number. So here we can say that domain of this modulation function is r, a real number. For example of f of x, you can take x equal to any negative number, it will give the output. 0 डालो तो भी आउटपुट आएगा, पॉजिटिव नंबर डालो तो भी नेगेटिव में आउटपुट आएगा. सो फंक्शन इज डिफाइंड फॉर ऑल द वैल्यूज ऑफ x which belongs to r. So domain of this modulation function is r. Done. Now you have to find the range. So what is the range? To find the range, we can say that if we put x greater than 0, then the output of this function is minus mod x which is less than 0, है ना. कोई भी आप x की पॉजिटिव वैल्यू डालो तो वो आउटपुट लेस देन 0 करके देगा. इफ यू पुट x इक्वल टू 0, then function will give 0 value, so that is equal to 0, है ना. x की नेगेटिव वैल्यू डालो. if you are putting x equal to some value which is less than 0, so if x is negative, our function f of x will give minus of that negative value. So negative value will become positive, but again negative sign is there, so which is less than 0. So combine all these conditions, the output of our function will be equal to 0 or less than 0, and therefore we can say that our f of x is less than or equal to 0. So this is nothing but the range. Output will be less than or equal to 0 और उससे लेफ्ट साइड पर. So it is minus infinite and close interval 0. So this is the value of the range. Second question, find the domain and range of the function. You have to find the domain and range of the function f of x equal to modulus of 9 minus x square. Square root of 9 minus x square. So you have to find the domain and range. So what is domain? Domain is set of all the values of x for which our function is defined. है ना, set of all the values of x, है ना, दो होता है x और f of x. So x means set of all the values of x for which our function is defined. This is known as domain, and the set of all possible output values of given values of x is known as range of given function. So first we will find the domain of this function. So for which value of the x or given function is defined, that is the domain of our function. So here we can say that set of values of x at which function is defined. Set of values of x where function is defined is our domain. So you have to think about the values of x for which function is defined. So for any square root to be exist, its value must be a positive value, है ना. सपोज मैंने स्क्वायर रूट में ऐसे डाल दिया स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ -4, तो ये पॉसिबल ही नहीं है ना. ये स्क्वायर रूट डिफाइन करने के लिए अंदर जो क्वांटिटी है ना वो पॉजिटिव क्वांटिटी होनी चाहिए, है ना. जीरो भी चलेगी. दैट मीन्स द वैल्यू इनसाइड द स्क्वायर रूट must be greater than or equal to 0, then and then we can find the square root of any given quantity. नेगेटिव वैल्यू के लिए हमें स्क्वायर रूट में से कोई आंसर नहीं मिलेगा, रियल आंसर नहीं मिलेगा. तो फर्स्ट कंडीशन इज 9 minus x square. The quantity inside the square root must be greater than or equal to 0. greater than or equal to 0 means ये 0 भी होगी या फिर पॉजिटिव क्वांटिटी होगी. ये स्क्वायर रूट के अंदर जो क्वांटिटी है वो पॉजिटिव या फिर 0 होगी, तभी जाके इसका स्क्वायर रूट निकलेगा. किसी नेगेटिव वैल्यू का स्क्वायर रूट हम अभी नहीं निकाल पाएंगे, है ना. कॉम्प्लेक्स में आएगा वो सब. तो दिस इज नॉट पॉसिबल व्हेन दिस क्वांटिटी इज नेगेटिव. सो दिस इज फर्स्ट कंडीशन. 9 minus x square must be greater than or equal to 0 to find the value of this, to define this function. This is the value of x for which function is defined. So the value of x for which function is defined is known as domain of that function. So we are finding the domain of the function. That means finding the value of x for which our function is defined. So first condition is 9 minus x square must be greater than or equal to 0. So this is one inequality. So it can be solved like this. Taking this minus x on the right hand side. So it will be 9 greater than or equal to x square. So we can say that x square must be less than or equal to 9. X square less than or equal to 9. This is one inequality. जैसे इक्वेशन होता है ना, that is inequality. Clear? यहाँ से स्टार्ट किया 9 minus x square must be greater than or equal to 0. Then and then our square root will be defined. We can find the square root of any quantity when this quantity is greater than or equal to 0. So taking this minus x square on the right hand side, so it's a 9 greater than or equal to x square. So x square must be less than or equal to 9, है ना. इसको ऐसे लिखा है, इसको हम ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं कि x square less than or equal to 9. Here 9 is greater than or equal to x square. Now here you have to solve this inequality. So to solve this inequality you have to follow this step. First you have to remove this inequality. So if we remove this inequality, we are in one equation x square equal to 9, है ना. This is how to solve this inequality. So this is x square less than or equal to 9. So for the solution of this inequality, we are just removing this less than sign. So we are considering x square equal to 9. So this is one equation, and the solution of this equation is x equal to plus or minus 3. X equal to plus or minus 3. Clear? And x square equal to 9. So x equal to plus or minus 3. So here we are getting two values of this x. Done? Now for the next step, you have to draw one number line. This is our number line. Number line is the set of real numbers, goes up to positive infinite, and on the left side is the minus infinite. So here we are getting two values of x equal to plus and minus 3. So represent, or we can say locate these 2 points on our number line. So here you can say suppose this is minus 3 point and suppose this is plus 3 point. So if we locate these two values on number line, our number line is now divided into 3 parts. How many parts? 3 parts. First part, second part and third part. 3 to infinite, minus 3 to 3 and minus 3 to minus infinite. Our number line is now divided into 3 parts. Clear? Now what you have to do, you have to check this inequality for the different values of the x from these 3 parts, है ना. ये first part है minus 3 to minus infinite. So from this minus 3 to minus infinite, I have to consider one point. Suppose x equal to minus 4, है ना. x equal to minus 4, ये वाले पोर्शन में इसमें एक वैल्यू कंसिडर कर लूँ. So now put this minus 4 in this inequality. So this inequality will be true or false. Minus 4 square 16 less than equal to 9. So this is false inequality. Again, है ना, x इक्वल टू प्लस और माइनस 3 आ गया, उसको हमने नंबर लाइन पर रिप्रेजेंट कर दिया, तो उससे हमारी नंबर लाइन 3 पार्ट में डिवाइड हो गई. अभी ये मैं फर्स्ट पार्ट में से एक x की वैल्यू कंसिडर कर रहा हूँ, दैट इज -4. नाउ आई एम चेकिंग द this inequality for this value of the x, and you can take -4, -5, -6, any value in this interval. So I consider -4. Now put this -4 in this inequality. So -4 square, which is 16 less than equal to 9. So this is false, this inequality. Consider one point in this interval, -3 to 3. So -3 और 3 के बीच में suppose एक 0 आएगा. So put 0 equal to here. So if you are putting 0 here, so check this inequality. So which is 0 less than equal to 9. Yes, true. So put plus sign over here. Now consider one point. ना यहाँ पर हमने लिया x equal to 0. For that x equal to 0, equality is true. Now consider one point in this interval, 3 to infinite. तो हम x equal to 4 ले लें. So for x equal to 4, check this inequality, which is 4 square less than equal to 9. So which is 16 less than equal to 9. So again it's a false inequality. So our equality becomes true in this interval, -3 to 3. So x must be lies between -3 to 3. But here less than or equal to 3 is there, less than or equal to. So you have to consider these endpoints also, है ना. सिर्फ यहाँ पर ऐसे इक्वालिटी होगी x square less than 9, then you have to consider -3 to 3 open interval. But here x square less than equal to 9 is there, so we are also including our endpoints. So for which value of x our equality becomes true? For x belongs to -3 to 3 closed interval. So our x belongs to -3 to 3 closed interval, our equality becomes true. Our equality becomes true means our function is defined. So now we can define our domain. Domain of given function is nothing but the closed interval -3 to 3. Clear? Now you have to check for range. So to find the range of given function, we are considering our given function as a y. Y equal to given function is f of x, which is equal to square root of 9 minus x square. Done? Now take the square on both sides. It's a y square equal to 9 minus x square. Done? So now after taking square on both sides, y square equal to 9 minus x square, write this function in terms of x square. So here we can write our function as a x square equal to 9 minus y square. X square equal to 9 minus y square. Done? Now what is the condition for this x square? Check this equation 1. Our x square is always less than equal to 9. है ना? From equation 1 we can say that our x square will always less than equal to 9. So if our x square is always less than equal to 9, we can say that our 9 minus y square, also less than or equal to 9. So check this, solve this inequality. So taking minus y square on the right hand side, 9 on the left hand side. So 9 minus 9 is 0, less than equal to y square. So here we can say y square must be greater than or equal to 0. Y square must be greater than or equal to 0. That means y must be greater than or equal to 0. Say equation number 2. Clear? We have started from y equal to f of x, taking square. So y square equal to 9 minus x square, writing this equation in form of x square. So x square equal to 9 minus y square. Now we are considering the equation 1, which is our inequality. X square must be less than equal to 9. So this x square is less than equal to 9. So we can say our 9 minus y square must be less than equal to 9. So solving this equality, we are getting one condition in which y is greater than equal to 0. Y is greater than equal to 0. Done? So now again we can say that this x square will always greater than or equal to 0. X is any real number and the square of any real number will always greater than or equal to 0. है ना? x एक real number है, f of x is one real number, so square of any real number will always greater than or equal to 0. क्या चेक करें, y की वैल्यू 0 से बड़ी होनी चाहिए, लेकिन कितनी बड़ी वो हम यहाँ से डिराइव करेंगे. सो x square is always greater than equal to 0. So what is our x square? X square is nothing but the 9 minus y square. So here we can write 9 minus y square is always greater than equal to 0. So this one is nothing but the 9 is always greater than equal to y square, and therefore we can say that y square is always less than equal to 9. So y square is always less than equal to 9, है ना. x square is always less than equal to 9. So solving this equality, that means value of x must be lies between close interval minus 3 to 3. So same method you can solve this inequality. We are getting our value of y which lies between minus 3 to 3. So this is minus 3 less than equal to y less than equal to 3. This is second condition. This is first condition. Y must be greater than equal to 0. 0 से बड़े होना चाहिए. And y must be lies between minus 3 to 3. So combine this both condition. Y must be greater than equal to 0 and must be less than equal to 3. So value of y, we can say 0 less than equal to y less than equal to 3. So y belongs to close interval 0 to 3. That is our range. What is y? Y is the value of function y equal to f of x is our function. So set of all these value of f of x is our range. So range of this given function is close interval 0 to 3. And what is x? Set of all these value of f. Up to now we have discussed real functions. Real functions. So functions can be of two types. It can be a real function or it can be a real value function. For real function that we have discussed in our previous lecture, it's a domain. We have to talk about the domain and codomain. Domain and codomain. So all the real functions that we have discussed in which domain are the subset or equal to real numbers. Real numbers. Domain is a subset of real number, or it can take all the values of real number. And also we are getting the domain, that function defined on the another function. They are also subset or equal to real numbers. So any type of function, suppose function f from a to b, and suppose we are defining some function f of x equal to 2x or mod x or something. So here domain is also real number as well as codomain is also real number, or it's a subset of real number. So these type of functions are known as real function. But another type of functions are there. They are known as real value function, in which domain is not a real number. Domain is not real number. That means if function from a to b, so here a is not real number. Only codomain of that function is subset of real number. तो आप बोलेंगे सर ये कौन से टाइप का फंक्शन हो गया, है ना. जैसा एक फंक्शन एग्जांपल लेते हैं. चलो, let us now consider we are defining one function f from a to b, है ना. कंडीशन इज our domain is not real number. तो रियल नंबर नहीं है, ऐसा कैसे डोमेन होगा. तो फॉर एग्जांपल वी आर कंसिडरिंग सेट a in which we are considering the students of our 11th science. Suppose students are a, है ना, b, c, d, e, ऐसे हमने कोई स्टूडेंट्स ले लिया हमारे 11th साइंस के, है ना. आफ्ताब, बबीता, चिंटू, है ना, ये सब आ गए हमारे स्टूडेंट्स. और क्लास में जितने भी स्टूडेंट्स हैं उनका फंक्शन हम डिफाइन करते हैं. सपोज सेट बी हमें क्या लेना है, रियल नंबर. तो हर एक स्टूडेंट के लिए हम क्या रिलेशन डिफाइन करते हैं, हमारा फंक्शन क्या है, हर एक स्टूडेंट को हम, है ना, रोल नंबर स्पेसिफाई करते हैं. तो क्लास के अंदर 60 स्टूडेंट्स है तो सबके रोल नंबर होंगे 1 2 3 4 अप टू 60 स्टूडेंट्स, हर एक का रोल नंबर होगा. तो फंक्शन f फ्रॉम a टू b वेयर सेट a इज सेट ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स. हम सेट ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स को हम रियल नंबर नहीं बोलेंगे, है ना, ये हमारा डोमेन कोई रियल नंबर नहीं है. बट हर एक स्टूडेंट को हम उसका रोल नंबर डिफाइन करेंगे. दैट इज सेट b, that is the set of numbers from 1 to 60. That is our real number. So what is our function? Function defines the roll number to the each student. So set function is nothing but the relation. So what is the relation? The relation between एलिमेंट्स ऑफ सेट ए विथ सेट बी। तो ए क्लास के अंदर मैंने कोई स्टूडेंट ए ले लिया तो उसको मिलेगा रोल नंबर 1, बी ले लिया तो उसको मिलेगा रोल नंबर 2, सी ले लिया तो उसको मिलेगा रोल नंबर 3, डी स्टूडेंट्स को मिलेगा रोल नंबर 4, ई स्टूडेंट को मिलेगा रोल नंबर 5। ऐसे ऐसे आगे पूरा एक 60 ऑर्डर पेयर मिलेगी हमें, है ना। ये हमारा रिलेशन है। क्या रिलेशन? एलिमेंट ए related with element B by its roll number. Now, can we say this relation is a function? For any relation to be a function, two conditions must be fulfilled. Not two distinct order pair can have the same first element. तो किसी दो एलिमेंट को फर्स्ट एलिमेंट इक्वल नहीं होने चाहिए। फर्स्ट एलिमेंट इक्वल मतलब किसी एक स्टूडेंट को दो रोल नंबर नहीं मिलने चाहिए। मिल सकता है ऐसा, है ना। सपोज स्टूडेंट ए है तो स्टूडेंट ए को कोई दो रोल नंबर होगा, एक ही रोल नंबर होगा, ए को सिर्फ एक ही रोल नंबर होगा। हर एक एलिमेंट को सिर्फ एक ही इमेज होगी, है ना। ऐसे हम डायग्राम ड्रॉ करें, हमारा मैपिंग एरो डायग्राम, तो यहाँ पर हमारे स्टूडेंट होंगे ए बी सी डी और यहाँ पर सबका रोल नंबर होगा 1 2 3 4 5 to 60। तो ए की सिर्फ एक ही इमेज मिलेगी, बी को सिर्फ एक ही इमेज, सी को एक ही। हर एक स्टूडेंट को रोल नंबर मिलेगा। यहाँ पर कोई स्टूडेंट बाकी बचेगा रोल नंबर के लिए। तो फर्स्ट एलिमेंट्स, है ना, हर एक एलिमेंट को इमेज मिलेगी और किसी भी स्टूडेंट को दो रोल नंबर नहीं मिलेंगे। तो हर एक स्टूडेंट को सिर्फ एक ही इमेज मिलेगी। दैट मीन्स दिस आवर रिलेशन इज नथिंग बट दी फंक्शन। सो